Yeah, the first time I actually heard Nehemiah's story or even knew who Nehemiah was, I was 4 years old, which it's kind of like crazy that it was so long ago. And I would say I've been fascinated with this story ever since. But the way it started, my mom asked me to join her in doing a skit for her neighborhood Bible study. She had this neighborhood Bible study for like 30 years. And just all the kind of ladies from the neighborhood got together every week and studied the Bible. And but at one point she was doing something with the book of Nehemiah, and she said to me, "Hey, do you want to do a little skit? Do you want to kind of act this out?" And I'm like, "Well, who's Nehemiah?" And she said, "Well, he was a Bible story. It's a Bible story about a cupbearer to king." I'm like, I don't know what a cupbearer is, but I'm like, there's a king. So I immediately started tearing the couch apart, pulling all the pillows off, because I figured if there's a king, there's got to be a throne. And so I started building a throne that would be worthy of the king. And of course, I wanted to be Nehemiah, which meant my mom had to be the king. And so we started, kind of acting it out. And that was really how I first heard about the story. But I think, as I heard more about it, even as I was young, and then as I got older, what fascinated me about the story is that just Nehemiah is like such an ordinary person. So many of the others in the Bible, versus Jesus. So you have, someone who lives a perfect life and does this amazing thing for humanity, and the sacrifice on the cross to, stand in our judgment on behalf of us for sin. And just like, that's pretty amazing, right? You have Paul, who, has this massive transformation, and he's, traveling all over the world on missionary journeys, and, just the list goes on and on. You have prophets, and you have great military leaders and political leaders and religious leaders, but Nehemiah is none of those. He's just kind of an ordinary guy, and God does this extraordinary thing with him. So that's always been like a story that's just really been interesting to me, and that's why I've really spent decades just digging into the book of the Bible, and also just what it really means in terms of just building organizations, starting new things, or planting churches, whatever it is. It's a great story.